So, like our An Sung-jin just reported, what's prominent about these impeachment protests is that young women in their 20s and 30s take up a significant portion of the participation. What's motivating them to take the lead in these street rallies? Our Lee Soo-jin reports.
Young women are stealing the spotlight at the protests calling for the impeachment of President Yoon Suk Yeol. A noticeably large number of female protesters can be seen in the crowds, many of them passionately waving their LED light sticks in the air.
I do not want to see the country fall because of a few incompetent people.
Data from the Seoul Metropolitan Government show that at 4 p.m. on December 7th in Yeouido, where the first impeachment vote took place, the share of women protesters in their 20s was the largest, making up around 17.7%. On the other hand, male participants in their 20s accounted for only 3.3%. This comes as women in South Korea are increasingly voicing their opinions when it comes to politics, especially movements advocating for gender equality and social justice. South Korea's 4B feminist movement, centered on rejecting traditional societal roles for women, for instance, has taken social media by storm, and it was reported by media outlets such as the New York Times, The Guardian, and BBC News. While the 4B movement also faces criticism for its radical nature, it does reflect an emphasis on gender equality that's driving women's active participation in politics. In the country's last presidential election, President Yoon secured 58% of the votes of men in their 20s, but for women in the same age group, he garnered only 33.8%, largely seen as stemming from him downplaying systemic gender discrimination and pledging to abolish the Ministry of Gender Equality and Family. While the ministry still remains, the position of minister has been vacant since February. The prominent presence of women in the protests signals a positive political and cultural shift in the country, with more collective action being taken towards social change. Lee Soo-jin, 아리랑뉴스.